It's another beautiful day, my abundant dreamers. Andito na naman po tayo for another meaningful episode of Living Life in Beautiful Abundance. With yours truly, Badith Ipanag. We know that public service is more than a career. It's a calling, a lifelong commitment to creating a better future for the community. And today, we are honored to have with us a man who has dedicated over 23 years of his life to serving Davao City. Sino siya? Watch this. Everyone, let us all welcome Davao City Councilor Danny Dayang Hirang. Hello, Councilor Donnie.
Hi, Badette. How are you?
And of course, I would like to welcome you to Living Life in Beautiful Abundance.
Okay,
Ug daghang kayong salamat, Konsehal, kay imo gyud gitubag ang akong imbitasyon sa imuha, no, to be with us today here at Living Life in Beautiful Abundance.
Well, thank you, Badette. No, this is my first time here, and I'm glad to be with you and to share the ups and downs in public service. You can also see here the success and failure stories. But at the end of the day, the bottom line in public service is always the people.
Exactly. That is
So-
why you still look young, no? Despite your busy schedule,
Yeah.
your hectic schedule, but still, you are the handsome Danny Dayang Hirang. So, sir, let's start with the light questions.
Yeah.
Ila-ilaho no sa nato kung kinsa si Danny Dayang Hirang. Can you share something about yourself that most people might not know?
Okay, people are asking why I'm there in public service. But, you know, this is indeed a calling. When I was in college, bisag di ko gusto magpa-elect og officer sa school, di ba, section, subject. Pero may man ko nila pilion nga opisyal, president, vice president. I think in three subjects in the morning, three in the afternoon, almost president ko sa klase. Ingon ako, asa gikaman ko sa ordinary school. I really do not know anong gusto nila. And mo decline ko or mag-vice ko, dili na, ikaw na. Wala na eleksyon. Then eventually, I became the president of the student council with 21,000 students. Election yun. Imagine 21,000 estudyante magbutar. We have our ballot boxes and we have parties.
So,
And-
kanto na time, sir, when you were still in your college, no, sorry, part of the student council. So,
Yeah.
sa tanong mo, sir, that would be, kumbaga, usa to sa imong mga training ground.
Yeah, in fact, UM made me a lot as public servant because at the time, we are in the city streets. That was 1984-85, the last years of the old Marcos. Mangigda mi sa karsada, magwilga ng bayan mi, tulo upat ka adlaw. Wala gyud makadagan.
So, pila edad ni mo ato?
I was
sir?
17, 18.
Oh,
Then I completed my college in 18. Then nag-EDSA. Nagpili man sila kinsay ipuli sa mga Marcos people. So I was appointed as an OIC councilor of the city. And I was 19 years old.
you came from a family with a strong political background. And, you know, for a fact that growing up in such environment, did you always see yourself, sir, stepping into public service? Or did you have other aspiration nung bata ka pa?
Well, I don't have any inkling at the time because pag bata ka manggod, kung saray mo abot.
Yes.
But what I recall, dito sa balay sa akong grandfather, matag eleksyon nanay baka giikot sa lubi. That was 70s, 60s. Then, ang mga tao, mga tug presinto, din mo butarin. I was still in the elementary. And I think the break was given to me when I was in college. At the time I was the student council president, I was the head of the youth sector in Davao City, leading against the old administration. So from there, I was given the break, and my vice mayor is Fiscal Duterte, si Rudy Duterte. Nasa taas siya, anak ko sa bus, kasi may vice mayor na mo. And once upon a time, we debate. Kasi aktivista man ko siya. So, those were the days. That was 29 years or 30 years ago.
Ingon nila, sir, no, na being an activist daw, wala ba na hadlok imong ginikanan during that time na you went through that at a young age, 19 years old, nagrarally ka na sa daan. Paano minulat ng parents mo na, they do agree to that, na yun ang ginagawa mo at your age? Kaya kung ako, sir, parang ang fear ko as a mother, parang it's not really normal. So, ano yung mo noong time na yon? Paano ka sinabihan or pinagsabihan ng parents mo ng time na yun?
Number one, as a background, Davao City was a laboratory of the Sparrow Unit. We are losing 3 to 5 policemen every day. Ginapusil na sila sa mga karsada. And at the time, student leaders also, magbinaslanay na. And in my ranks, I think I lost 4 or 5 student leader nga namatay. And I was already in the listing. And once upon a time, a sundalo told me, alam mo, ang sarap mong patayin, ang hirap mong buhayin.
So, that time, sir, no?
Yeah, and at that time, pag nagalakaw mi sa San Pedro, I'll go to the school, ingon ako, pag naimubuto sa likod, it's me already. So, those were the background. Now, how does the parents appreciate it? Number one, of course, my family.
The fear of a mother.
I was required to stop, and I work in the farm. Gipabalik ko sa Oriental because at the time, our family was accused also for bombing, planted bombing by the person close to the administration. So, I was hidden there in the farm. I managed the farm of my uncle. I stayed there for almost 1 semester. I stopped. And at the same time, nagtago ko sa Marilog, kay Luis Santos. And I usually sleep in the house of former Mayor Luis Santos, diri sa Malbar. Kanang Davao doctors diha, yung balay niya, kanang St. Jude. Diha ako nagatulog. I was hidden by Luis Santos. So then, nagrally me, kami mga bata noon, gikordon sa PC. Diha sa San Pedro, sa katedral. Kanang talisay sa likod sa San Pedro Church, gamay pa na, and I can still recall that. Karon kanang dako nga kahoy. Those were in 1984-85. That was almost 30 years ago. Ang nag-save sa mo si Luis Santos o si Monsignor Mambutas. Gitaguan mi dito, gipaatras mi. And following day, another rally, nanghigda mi diya sa bangkiruhan, girakrakan mi ni certain PC, then General Biason arrived. Marines, 3rd Marines Brigade. That was 84-85, prior to the revolution. So, question, how does the present, my parents, nagkuhan yun sila, nagampo nga safety. In fact, ang akong mga igsoon nga, taguan ko. Pag na yung mga rally, nagasunod sila. One time, naginukuray diri sa Claveria, nakasunod kong nightclub. Dito may masingitan dito, kay makabaw ka, when you go to inside the nightclub, ngit-ngit man.
So, dito ka tago.
Yeah, I was there.
So, imagine, at your age, 19 years old ka,
19,
sir.
20.
Tapos, ang ako ganing anak at 21, grabe manawag pa manggani ko, kay asa na ka. So, unsa kayang gibati sa imong parents? So, mo na sa imong mother that time, na, may kadang akong anak to dito sa street, nag-ano, na, ngano man, no? So, in that sense, sir, ba, na, imuha dyan ang, kumbaga, it's not easy, right? Kumbaga, it's from the heart kasi, diba, na, parang, anong makuha mo? What for? What are you fighting for?
You know what I get? Libre kong tuition sa UM. Because pag student council president ka, libre ka full scholar. Pag ikaw core commander sa UM, full scholar ka sa ROTC. Pag ikaw membro sa banda, scholar ka. In my case,
so ikaw kay student body ka?
Student body ko, libre ko sa tuition. Sa papa ni Willie Torres, si Atty. Torres. And after sa akong pagka-aktivista, nihawa itong administrasyon, gipang ilisan, ug OIC. Imagine, my name was listed as a councilor. And being a counselor at the age of 19, ang among sweldo at the time, per dime pa, mura po kag manager sa bangko, kay dako pa man sa una.
Wala ba kay lain nga naisip na, like, I want to be a lawyer, I want to be a doctor, like that?
I went to College of Law,
Yeah.
but nabisi ko sa city council. You know, once you are given the work, you really work hard. That's why my caption is working counselor. Di man ka pwedeng magpatay-patay na you have to really meet the people. So I was disturbed. But eventually, I was able to get this scholarship at the Asian Institute of Management. And I went to EIM. Dito yung ko nahasa. I topped the class. Asian Institute of Management. One of the very expensive school in Makati. So I completed there. And dito nakuha na ko tong more public service at the same time, even in private and public corporation.
Ano yung reason mo in fighting for this cause?
Murag ko na murag kag doktor, you like to operate, you like to go to clinics, you like to wait. It's a lawyer, you want to defend the liberty and the rights of the accused or the offended party. In my case, in general, because in public service, dili man ka mamili diha.
Yes.
The difference between private and public corporation, in public corporation, your focus is service. In private corporation, your focus is profit. I cannot be a businessman at the same time a politician. Because pag hinalo mo yan, that is the conflict will come in. But with the advent of development, you have power, you have business in power, mabiyaan mo ang tao.
Yeah, oo.
That's why the lesson here, as far as I'm concerned, wala gyud ko magnegosyo.
Wa jud ka ng negosyo?
Never. Puros gyud public service. And in my 30 years, I was able to retire as an ordinary person. What I'm getting now is my pension. I completed my 3-9. Kasi every 3 years mo na, up to third terms. So 9. I was able to complete 9. So 9 times is 327 plus 2 years OIC. More or less, almost 30 years ko counselor. So, I am enjoying my retirement. And what is good, I don't have any case. In my 30 years, wa ko'y kaso bisag usa. Or else, di ko kakuha sa akong pensyon.
Aside from that, alam naman natin na hindi ganun kalaki ang sweldo ng isang counselor. So, do you have other like farming ba? Or what other source of income do you have?
Yeah, I have farming. A little farming, and of course I'm glad that my wife is a practitioner, doctor. So mga gagmay nga gasto murag dili pat mauwaw punta. So wala gyud igura. In fact, I'm running now. I'm spending my own pension.
Sir, pag-usapan naman natin yung iyong family, no? Family life mo. How was your wife, Dr. Christine, and your children been your, sabihin na lang natin, a source of support in your career?
The test whether you succeed in politics is once your family is united.
Yes.
And your family is educated. You know, I'm very proud that I have a pilot.
Exactly.
A commercial pilot.
Anong airline siya,
Philippine Airlines. So mulupad na siya. Ingon ako nagpilatoy gasto na to. Hinga na dako kay de. Because every time ang akong sweldo ginapadala dayon ako dito sa sasa o bayari tong pila ka oras. Not knowing that after 2 or 3 years, no man yun siya. And the competition of getting into that commercial work or pilot, grabe yun. Di ka basta-basta kasulod yan. So God is good. So now he's already flying. The other lady is already, is the National Youth Commissioner, si Alexa. When
So
Duterte was, it's already there, and she will be taking the bar. And the other one is nag-eskwela pa. So the point here is, the test there is the success of your children.
Yes.
To be in politics is not easy. You see destroyed family, you see children unsuccessful, and you see power is temporary.
Yes, exactly.
You might win on the first 3 years, after that, no more. So it's a question of confidence. I am very glad that I was able to finish my 30 years. And after that, after I lost in Congress, so I lost a lot during that election. My son lost, I lost. But I said, nothing is personal. Wala man po kasuguan sa mga tao. You run, counselor, din paninglan yung mga tao.
Exactly.
So it's your decision. So be responsible about it. That is my philosophy. Kalaban o dili, after I lost, you are forgiven. So the point that I'm trying to drive out, when you are in public service, you detach your personal conviction, your personal interest. Murag sundalo na eh.
Oo.
Pag suot ni mo uniforme, be ready to be ambushed, be ready to die. In politics, once you enter in public service, you must be ready that you are there for service.
For years that you've been a public servant, no? Ano yung masasabi mo na isa mong you're proud of that what you call, sabihin na natin, achievement na
Yeah.
hindi mo talaga makakalimutan, na parang dala-dala ko ito hanggang sa kamatayan.
Okay, two things. One, I was the sponsor of banning mining in the city of Davao with Councilor Leo Avila. There was an attempt sa una nga mga bukid sa Pakibato, Buatog, Mungkayo. Daghang magbulawan diri sa Pakibato area. So President Mayor Duterte said, Dani, ikaw may chairman sa Committee on Environment, pasayra og resolution or ordinansa. So karon unsay sukli, you go to Pakibato swimming pool ang makita nimo. You go to Marilog is already agritourism. Kung wala to nga ordinance bangag na, we will be like Zambales, upaw na natanan. So the legacy that I would like to leave is, once upon a time, naundang ning paguba sa kinahiyan. The other legacy is I was never accused of corruption. In my 30 years, I was able to get the clearance in ombudsman. I don't have cases in Sandigan Bayan. Mo nang gidali-dali na akong clearance kay wa man tay panginabuhi dayon kay wa naman tas gobyerno. And my clearance was cleared. Everything is cleared. So my honor and dignity is intact. And I remain as an ordinary person. I'm already 61. When you serve the people, forget everything.
Sir, nakipangutana, being a politician, no, how can you combine power and heart?
Power is the power meaning makatsugo ka, pagtanaw nimo sud kag restaurant, kuyaw ka, dagang kang mga body, naitigdag bag, naitigdag payong, naitigdag og kape, Diyos ko. Lahi ito, kinaiya na. Ang heart, wala. Lipay ka, makatabang ka gising katao, pagsuod nimo superstore, sir, ako ra ba tong girekomenda nimo? Kano sa gani ito? 15 ka tuig na sir, akong mga anak nakahuman na gyud. Salamat kayo sir. Those are the things.
What has been the, tawag na ito na biggest obstacle na you've had overcome in life? And how has it shaped you to be a leader of today?
Well, number one, you have to accept defeat. I lost the election financially, dako to. Duhami ang akong anak ipildi. But patience. Politics is patience. When you get into public service, make sure that you have your control. Patience yun na. Kaya kung wa kay pasensya di, makalampar, makakonggo ka. Labaw nag mga gaan og kamot. Kaya ati-ati ko ang pugas mga tao, daghang po maldito god. But you have to understand why. Nganong makita ni mong resita, alos malata na lang. Ay, ayan na lang na, nakoy 200 dire. You do not need to. Kabalo ka na. Wala eh.
Sir, I want to ask you, sabi mo nga patience, sabi mo nga, yun ang, kumbaga, diba, grabe na ng napagdaanan mo.
Yeah.
So how do you use your emotions over your intelligence? Alam natin na matalino si Danny Dayanghirang. But, take note, may puso din tayo, may emosyon din tayo, hindi tayo robot. How do you?
If there's a strong pressure, you go into walking. Lakaw-lakaw na lang. You walk, I walk 30 to 45 minutes a day. Do not go into drinking. Kay biyang ka sa imong uyab, maghubog-hubog ka, hangover, yapong pagkabuntag, tapos nakautang pa yung ka dito sa tindahan. Control.
So, mo na ginaingon, sir, na you have to control. And mapildi daw ang intelligence if ang emotion imo ipairal.
You keep on reading books.
Yeah.
Ako, I think I have around 250 books. Then, kanang nasa mga cellphone, sa mga makita nimo, ginasave na ako na ang link. Pag wala ko yung ginahimo, magsayo sa butang ko, maminaw ko. Every day is education.
Yeah, so there is a continuous education, and we need that.
Yeah, you really
so
need that.
learning
Learning,
important.
hard work, patience.
Sir Danny, ganito. And I would like to thank you, for letting us get to know you better.
Yeah.
Di pa tayo tapos. So, let's have a little breather, no? Para magduwa sa
Okay.
taser.
No problem.
So, magduwa
Basta
taser.
kaya
So,
lang.
sir, are you ready?
Yes.
You're always ready
Yeah.
because you're born to be
Yeah.
ready.
Yeah.
Okay. Sir, let's do fast talk. I have a series of questions.
Yeah.
So, all you have to do is just to answer quickly.
Yep.
Kasi it's fast talk.
Okay.
All right. Manay or Davao City?
Davao City.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Favorite Filipino dish?
Adobo.
Early bird or night owl?
Early bird.
Oh, yeah, early bird. Kaya nga, alam mo, sir, nag-aga talaga ako. Kasi alam ko na you will never be late.
You need to be on time.
Yeah.
I was sent to Japan. I studied there. You need to be there on time.
That is why I'm very on time.
Punctuality. Yeah.
Today. Favorite spot in Davao City?
Karemo Shuttle Bus.
Okay, thank
Di
you,
ako tig-
Seattle's Dream Cafe.
Yeah, di ako tigkape
Oo.
sa Oboso.
What's your go-to stress reliever?
Walking.
Wow. Public service or private life?
Public service.
Biggest challenge, politics or parenthood?
Politics.
If you weren't a politician, what would you be?
If
Kung hindi ka politician, ano si Danny Dayanghira?
I like farming.
Farming. One word to describe yourself.
Ordinary person. Life is as its own time. You cannot be there forever.
Thank you, sir. Let's talk about the future na naman. After decades of serving Davao City, what's next for Councilor Danny Dayanghira?
I want to see to complete the development of Davao. We started with President Duterte, Karsada, Coastal Road, Bypass Road, water, paradaakan ng tulay. Gamay na lang yun nga duso. Gwapong atong karsada, gwapong pisan order, gwagyo po yung mga negosyo.
Yeah.
But I notice now, grabe ang pagdaghan sa mga building. Makita man ako, kay dito man ko sa usa ka subdivision, makita na akong Davao, kalit ra magdaghan ang building. Sa una pila ra may nagtindog da, Marco Polo raman. Karon halos tanan. So my drive now is to invite more investors to propel development, to propel employment, so that the people will have the money.
For the young and aspiring leaders watching right now,
Yeah.
what advice would you give to them about entering public service and making a difference?
Okay, you need to be competent. Ayaw gyud mugsud og tanaw ninyo dili na inyo. Number 2, kung gusto niyo sa public service, ayaw gyud mo pangawat kay prisuhon gyapon mo. Maguba ra ang imong pamilya og pwede tulo ka tuig ka sunod election pildi na pug ka. Maguba ra. So it's a choice between service or you just want to enjoy your life. You go to business. Because in business, walay limit ang profit diya. You just make business religiously, subay sa Ginoo, subay sa balaod. Then, in public service, you give up yourself. Even to the extent the family. Yun ang kadaghanan sa mga politiko, mga pamilya usahay mabiyaan. Mga ordinaryo lang. Ayaw lang ng mga dagko, kay dagang manugo malag driver, yato nag-ospital, tawag dito. Kanang pobre nga politiko, kanang councilor, kapitan. Kap na nagdinunggabay dito, wag yung magda sa ospital. Kapitan mo drive yun. That's why it's not easy to be in politics.
Daghan kay salamat, Councilor Danny Dayanghirang. And before we wrap up, sir, I want you to leave a message with our viewers about living a life of purpose and abundance.
So the first thing that you should do is love God. And all these things are temporary. Your guiding post should your belief in God, faith in God. Number 2, in all your doings, it should be in His glory.
Amen.
First priority is God. Second, it will go to your family. Take care of your family. Then your country. We have only one Philippines. We only pass once in this world. We don't have like Philippines. We have to stay here. But we have to be very critical because this time of crisis, if we will allow this to go on or where we are now, walay may tabo sa ato. We have to assert what is right and to do what is right. So I repeat, God, family, and country. All in His glory. Sooner or later, we will be out. And you will be forgotten. But what you have left will always be, in the hearts and the mind of the people.
Exactly.
Okay, so God bless. Thank you very much.
Sir, daghang kaing salamat, and it has such an honor, and privilege to have you here with us today on Living Life in
Yeah.
Beautiful Abundance. Your journey and your dedication to public service and your inspiring commitment to our beloved Davao, truly resonate with our mission of celebrating an impactful story. Right? And as a token of appreciation,
Yes.
Sir Denny, I want to give you this
Sige, salamat kayo.
beautiful abundance perfume.
Yeah, salamat kayo.
May it remind you that
Yeah.
may its essence
Pa-
inspire you to
pamalit.
continue your amazing journey
Yeah.
of service and leadership. That is beautiful abundance perfume. That is not an ordinary perfume, Sir Danny.
Oo, so,
It's a manifestation of what you want to
salamat
become.
kayo. Salamat kayo. Badit, timanin ninyo, kita mga politiko, humot kayo mga tao, matingalag. Labaw na ni, humot
Pero
siguro.
sir, humot ko pag sulod nimo. Naamoy nimo dyan ako
Yeah,
kahumot.
abundance, beautiful abundance. Thank you. Salamat sa inyo. God bless Philippines
Yeah.
and God bless. More power, Badet.
Sir, thank you
Panay.
very much. And to our viewers, may this episode remind you that living a life of abundance begins with a heart committed to serving others. Follow this page for more inspiring story, and remember to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Facebook, and TikTok at Badit Ipanag. See you next time here in Living Life in Beautiful Abundance. Keep shining and stay abundant.